morning students, this is Namita Basnotra and I'm here again with you with a new video on integers. Now this integers video is level 2 because now I feel that you all are experts and you can solve all the questions till now that we have done with you on addition and subtraction of integers, right? So in this video I will be taking you to the second level where we will be doing some word problems, and some children find these problems little difficult to do. But don't worry, I will be giving tricks for those who find it difficult. Don't worry. So now children, I'm sure you all are ready to look at the questions and solve them. So the question says, what should be added to 25 to obtain a negative 37? So whenever you read these questions, try not to read the numbers and just make the statement some very easy. And after that, we will be applying the trick that I'm telling you. So for your eyes only, just for this question, I am going to hide this number because I said don't look at the number. Let me use a marker because it's thicker, and let me just hide this number here. Let me just hide this number here. So the question becomes, what should be added to dash to obtain dash? Okay, and now we will be making it an easy question. So in your mind, you will frame it in a different way. You will take digits from 0 to 9 and you will try to write the digits there and see what happens. Look at the magic now. We will write what should be added to 3. Now we have to add something to a number, means it has to be smaller, and when you obtain another number, that means that has to be greater. So what should be added to 3 to get, let's say, 5? Okay, so for my eyes only, I've done that, and see what happens. The moment you say what should be added to 3 to obtain 5, immediately the answer pops in your mind. And what is that answer? 2. So one thing I understood is that in this case I am not adding. What am I doing? I am subtracting. Second thing I understood was that how do I get to? I did 5 minus 3, which is equal to 2. So second thing I've understood is that 5 will be written first, and after that I will be writing a minus sign, then I write 3 to get an answer. So this makes the statement, this makes the equation of the question, right? Once you are clear that what to do in a question, then we will come to the original question. So to come to the original question, we will be now erasing what we had in blue. Okay, so we are back with the question here, and let's start solving it. So I know that I have to write 5 minus 3 is 2. Remember? No, in place of 5, what was the real number? The number is 37. So I'll write here minus 37. Okay, you want, you can put it in the bracket. And after that, we have to subtract, because we have come to know, we have figured it out that we have to subtract this question. And after that, we will be writing 25. So when you look at it, so it is, the first question is straight away minus 37 or a negative 37. I'll write it like this. And after that, there is a negative sign outside. So this will be opposite of a plus 25, which is minus 25. Clear? So now we know, we have learned that negative number added to another negative number makes it more negative, right? So the number will be, we will write the minus sign here and we'll try to add 37. Those who can do it mentally, excellent. Those who cannot do, they have to write here and do it. And we have 1 plus 2 is 3 and 3 plus 3 is 6. So the answer is 62. So I'm sure now that you know the trick, you will be really keen to solve some more questions. So here we take the next question. It says what should be subtracted to a negative 120 to obtain a positive 305. Up to you. The way you speak, both are okay. Now, looking at the question, it says we have to subtract, but then we have to be very sure, right? So we will make it an easy question. So I will not be reading this, and I will not be reading this, and I'll put my numbers. What should be subtracted from? So when I say what should be subtracted from, that means this is a greater number, and from this number I have to subtract something. So this time we will take any digit. Let's take any digit, let's say 7. So I write it here as 7 in my mind. We are applying the trick here, right? We are not solving the question. We'll start solving the question later. So all it says, when I say what should be subtracted from this number, so that means this number is a greater number to obtain this. So when you subtract something from a number, will it get greater or will it get smaller? It will get smaller. So that means I have to take any digit which is smaller than 7 and I will write it over here. Now this is for the trick that I am doing it, obviously. So I'll write here, let's say I choose it as 3. So my question becomes, what should be subtracted from 7 to obtain 3? So what will you do? Do you have the answer in your mind? Yes, you are right. It is 4. So I will now, after we know that we have to subtract, after we know that the order in which we have to write these numbers, we can come back and look at the question. So let me just erase this. So when I write the number in place of 7 is a negative 120. So I'll write here negative 120. That I have to write a minus sign. I'm doing that. And then in place of 3 I have to write 305, that is 305. Add both of them and don't forget to put a negative sign there or a minus sign there. So I'm making it negative first and then I'm trying to add these two. So when I add these two, I've told you we'll do it mentally now. Okay, my answer is a negative 425. How easy it is. So children, now we move to the last question of this video, and remember these are different question types that I'm doing with you, and there are easy ways of doing it, right? There can be more than one ways of doing it. There are some people who use X or algebra and then do it, but we have not learned algebra in class 6 till now. So I'm not going to use an X for a missing number and then solving the question. That's the reason I'm teaching you a different way of solving it. So let's begin and read this question. The sum of two integers is here a negative 43. So remember here the important word is sum. So in statement sums, it is always good if you underline the important words and then continue. If one integer is a negative 57, we have to find the other integer. Okay, let me just hide these numbers and make it simple for you. The sum of two numbers is minus 43, so that means let me keep this number this time as 7, and then if one integer out of that is 3. Okay, so the sum is 7 and one integer is 3. What would be the next? How would you find that? So this clearly means that the first integer plus the second integer is equal to 7. This means this. Let's read it again. The sum of two integers is 7 and if one of them is 3, what is the other? The answer comes 4. How have you got 4? I've got 4 by subtracting 7 minus 3. So it is a number in place of 7. It's minus 43. So I'll write a minus 43. I will be subtracting it from the other number, that is minus 57. Okay. And let me just make the screen very neat and tidy now. So I'll just erase whatever is there extra. Clear? We have done that. Okay. And now let's start solving it. When I solve it, this is a negative 43 as it is. I'm going to write it as it is. And after that, I will be writing opposite of a negative 57, which is a positive 57. Okay. I'm doing that. After this, I know that the signs are different. Can you see we have a negative sign here? We have a negative sign here and a positive sign here. So what will you do? Right? So we will be subtracting. Very good. So when you subtract, you will be writing 57 minus 43. Get? Yes, you would get a 4. 7 minus 3 is 4 and 5 minus 4 is 1, 14. So I will write here 14. Now I have to choose a sign. So I will look that out of these two which number is a greater, that sign comes. So I can see a positive number which is greater here. So that means it will be plus 14 only. I hope children you're enjoying maths and you're finding maths really easy, and it is easy if we keep practicing maths, if we keep solving the questions again and again. This is the end of the video, and I'll be coming up with more videos and more interesting tricks for you. So till then, bye bye.